First, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four quarters of the earth. Push this word out, and striving hard to do this, to keep up with the standard of wanting to do 3 videos a day and actually trying for it, because we're at the times at the end that, they're taking down videos right and left. They're shutting down channels, that has any bit of truth to it, especially if you prove false flags or you prove that these are government hoaxes for gun control or for, staged events to blame Syria and the government or, other corruptions like the Ukraine, Kiev takeover, and you're exposing all these things, and, they're fucking with your videos, flagging your videos, or claiming copyrights on the video, even though, this fucking news has been made public, right? But they're going to fucking blast you with fucking 3 or 4 hours about some bullshit school shooting, which really never fucking even happened, but they want you to fucking believe it happened. So they'll show you coverage and talk to the parents of the victims, just like Sandy hoax, and that everything pretty much is a hoax. It's a government hoax. All these things they're staged events, and it's because, of course, the deep state is losing. They're losing control because people are wise to the rise, so they got to do something, to try to regulate the guns, as X22 report just recently said that they're now going to try to go through the banks to control the purchases by, of course, limiting, PayPal accounts and all these other things to where you can't purchase guns online or anything, not by credit, but they can't do as much about debits, but that's why he eventually wants to get everything on the microchip, so that way, they can control all that, and we know that that's the mark of the beast, and we're telling our people not to fucking take it, while others are just telling you that it's Christianity or that it's something else, but Christianity does not hinder a person where they can buy, sell, or trade, now does it, It's just a false philosophy. It's part of the false prophet system, but, but that's not something that controls your everyday purchases. In fact, most Edomites don't even fucking believe in Christianity. No, they're mostly atheists or, they look to themselves as their own God, They pretty much have determined that they're their own God, that we are all gods, And they push that, But, this is the time to be in that 2 or 3 videos a day spirit. So, I did a test cam yesterday, and I'm trying to get one of these old ones to work and to actually hold a charge and not, go into demo mode or whatever. I mean, these are old, stuff that you can get like $12, $13 at a Goodwill store, I'm just trying to get some shit to actually work here to where I could actually do live stream. I'm thinking about maybe even opening a live stream, so I'll let y'all know more about that to where I could be on a chat live or see if I can get Google to work. But I noticed, though, that Google in particularly, which is pretty much running YouTube, when you try to open that up, man, they fuck with your streams. I mean, I was just watching Yahushai's Coming Back channel, and, they were fucking with his stream big time, and he was just doing a live video in the car, And, all my shit's old. I don't even have active cell phone service. These are really old iPhones. I have the 4, okay? This is how far back I go. So it's an old operating system. These things are obsolete, just one of these little things, and that's where most of my videos have been made. But I try to get these old camcorders to work, because, tapes and all that, to replace the digital technology. But I had a few things left in storage, so I'm just trying to get one of those things to work, to where I can go live, and, not have the limitations and all that, So I'm going to try to get something like that set up, but, again, this is coming to an end that we won't be on here much longer, and, you can see there's corruption everywhere, and you can see that, man, we're spread out around the 4 quarters of the earth. We're in places that you wouldn't think that we were, like, this place, Redding, is nothing more than an Edomite town, and you see how Esau treats other Edomites, a.k.a. the homeless that have been here for years, and how they treat them, and, just, man, and then it's like the worst thing ever if you like a place like Kmart, which has been here and ready for years, but now it's closing, coming to the final week of that. April 8th, there won't be any more Kmart, but another place just closed recently, which have been in business for 22 years, or 27 years, they're calling it quits. And I'll probably go there and do a live, I'll do an upload there, because I can't really say that it's live because I have no cell phone service, so, I just take everything to my computer, but, I read out Psalm 91, starting verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall be no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all ways. And that's this is talking about when, Yahushua comes back, and these other nations, and Edom as well, will be under subjection to us. Of course, all these nations are going to go into slavery. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and otter. The young lion and the dragon shall tremble under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. And that's why we come in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, in the name of the Father and the Son, which is really what the baptism is about, teaching them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, which is Braka be Yahweh, Braka be Yahushai, Braka, teaching in those names, is what this was talking about, not getting water baptized. I know baptized in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, man. Getting wet, and see, these goddamn Edomites, they don't understand scriptures, but this was never about them, see. He will call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. And what is salvation? Salvage and nation. Okay, so what nation is going to be salvaged from among the heathen? What nation is it that thou hast made a covenant with? I mean, it's more than obvious. That's talking about us, Yashala, and the elect 1/3, because that's the whosoever in John 3:16. But we should all have the spirit to want to do 3 videos a day, and like Apostle Tahar says, you're just driving around these ghettos or whatever, or you're seeing news on the TV and it's just pissing you off. It should piss you off. You should want to expose it. It's like these motherfuckers are lying, what else is he lying about, fucking, you hate it. You hate it and you want to say something about it. Now's the time. Now's the time to speak up. We're shaking things up here at Great Millstone. We're, pretty much, testing the fires, so to speak. Who's still hot, still on fire, and those that are cold that really don't care about this. So, I'm stepping up to the plate, so what's anybody else's excuse, I'm telling you about old equipment here just to try to make things work. I have a Windows 7 computer. I haven't bought a new computer in years. So I can't afford one. I already told you what my income is, the rent's $700 and the insurance on the car is $110 to $117, so that, and I'm only getting $863, so that's about $820 already spent, My money's already gone before I even get it, man, and my wife takes care of the other bills, such as food, electricity, and of course my internet cable. The phone, I don't even have a cell phone service, it's a house phone. I have to have a virtual number, just for texting or whatever, text now.me, you can get an account there and a virtual phone number, for those that are in the slums like I am. There is ways around, or if a lot of our brothers, man, they have to go to Starbucks or something to upload videos. I was doing that earlier. And before I even got to the place that I'm at, I was living out of an RV. So what's anyone else's excuse for not doing this, for not wanting to do the work? I was in an RV, man, for almost a whole year living in the backyard. Old broken down RV. I had to cook out of the bathroom, man. Yeah, I was cooking out of the bathroom on a 5th burner because there just was not a whole lot of room in that, man. And that's the way I lived for almost 9 months, before I got the other place I was in. So, it's time to step up or step out, This should not offend anyone, that, you should have the spirit of wanting to do 2 or 3 videos a day, The requirement was actually 2 or 3 videos a week, but you see, it's not just, oh, well, you got to do the minimum. No, man. You should be on fire for this. That's the whole reason for the shake-up. Shaking things up. Seeing who's hot, and who's not, A lot of people, they fall from this because they were really never about it. And, that's just it, You don't... the Most High can take the spirit away from you just like that. It's happened time and time again, So, you should never want that to happen because, as that channel, Yahushua is coming back, as he said, and I quote, if you're not doing the work, you're not part of the truth. You are learning, but you have to be teaching, You have to step it up. You have to actually do this and want to do this. And don't just be, on the keyboard all the time, Do this. Even if it sounds like someone else's, man, just speak, and it'll come. I'm telling you, man, this thing is hot, And right now, he's firing people up, and he's also spewing people out. So where will we be, Well, hopefully, we'll be in that number. You know that song, When the Saints Go Marching In. What's that talking about? When we stomp and put a boot up Esau's ass and the other nations, man. When we come marching in, and that's talking about from the chariots and everything. When we are stomping upon these motherfuckers, that's what that's talking about, Don't you want to be in that number? Don't you want to be a part of the house of David? Don't you want to be the chosen? So, prophesy against Mount Seir. That's what we're doing. We're blowing the trumpet. We're the real whistleblowers, blowing the whistle on everything. Everything that Esau does, we're blowing the whistle on him because we're like, see that fucker over there? See that fucker right there? We're blowing the whistle on him. Because we know that everything's corrupt, everything's fucked up, but there's a transference about to happen where we will no longer be in the slums. We're going to come out on top, and Esau's going to be at the bottom. So I hope this has been edifying and shalom, and most of all, though, be fired up. That's what we ought to be. Shalom.